conscious spending, stop leaking money, and start building wealth. Welcome to our final power hour. Today, we're going to talk about conscious spending and we're going to stop leaking money, start building wealth. Most women don't have a money problem. They have a spending pattern. Money comes in and somehow, poof, it disappears. I'm Veronica, Rosa, emotional wellness and life coach. And today we're closing out this series with something powerful, conscious spending, because it's not just about making money. It's about what you do with it. Type in aware in the chat if you are ready to take control of your own spending. Let's simplify it. Conscious spending means you know where your money is going, you choose how you spend, you align your money with your life. Instead of spending emotionally, impulse buying, or living reaction to reaction, you become intentional, aware, and in control. Type in control if you are ready to take your power back. So let's be honest, money doesn't disappear, it leaks. And it leaks through small daily spending, unplanned purchases, emotional triggers, and not tracking your money, or from trying to reward yourself when you're stressed. And here's the truth, it's not the big expenses, it's the unconscious habits. So let's type in leaking into the comments if you have felt this before. Type leaking. So let's go deeper. Most spending is not logical, it's emotional. We spend when we feel stressed, tired, overwhelmed, undervalued, bored, and spending becomes a comfort, an escape, and a reward. But here's the shift. You do not need to stop spending. You just need to start choosing. So let's type choice in the comments if you are ready to spend with intention. So what does that mean? Let's make this practical. Bring it in. Let's go over 3 conscious spending shifts. Number 1, pause before you purchase and ask yourself, does this support my life or is it distracting me from it? Number 2, align spending with your goals. Your money should match your vision, not your emotion. If your goal is health, invest in food, not junk. If your goal is business, invest in growth, not distractions. If your goal is peace, invest in systems, not chaos. So type aligned if you are ready to match your money with your goals. And number 3, give every dollar a purpose. Put that dollar to work. Every dollar can be your employee. So stop firing your employees and start treating your dollars like an employee and give them a job. Every dollar should pay bills, have go to savings, should go to investments, should go towards your business, should go towards your lifestyle. So no more leftover thinking. Type purpose if you are ready to lead your money. Now, here's where everything connects. You can be aware, you can pause, you can want to change, but without systems, you fall back into old habits. So it's good that we have a system because conscious spending requires structure. And that's why I partnered with Carrie because she helps you turn awareness into systems that you can actually follow. Now, Carrie, can you talk us through how this really looks in real life?
Yes, thank you so much, Veronica. Hi, I'm Carrie Krall, and I am a business operations strategist. And what Veronica is talking about connects with something I see when I work with business owners and organizations. So, most women aren't, their businesses aren't failing because they aren't talented or hardworking. We've talked about that in the past 2 sessions of this series. So we've talked about managing the money. We've talked about paying ourselves. But what we're talking about overall now is leaking money. But it isn't just money. We talked about time being money. Energy is also money. So leaking time, leaking energy, also leaking the money, but then leaking operational capacity, right? So those are all things that we don't fully realize happens. And usually, like Veronica said, it's not one huge amount of money. And that's the same way with your systems. It's not always just one issue or one large thing. It's a lot of small inefficiencies or reactive decisions or little things missing in structure that slowly over time, they overwhelm you, they're inconsistent, and they start leaking your time and energy, which then leads to leaking money. So I want to be clear. We've talked about this before. I am not the one who is a money coach or financial advisor. I help focusing on your operations strategy for your systems and planning and helping you function more effectively so you can see behind the scenes what is actually happening in your business. And so, one of the biggest things I help clients with is to identify that operational leakage, which then often looks like a money issue, is also an operations issue, a workflow issue, a planning issue. And that is all lack of visibility into how your business is actually functioning. So, we talked before about paying yourself first. Well, to pay yourself first, you need to know what your numbers are. You need to have systems to be able to give yourself really good reporting. You need to have systems to be able to do that quarterly planning so you can pay yourself. But on the other end of the spectrum, you need to have those systems in place to ensure you know where your money is going. So I do a lot of fractional COO work and strategy work so I can help clients know where they're leaking resources. So what does leaked resources look like? It's duplicated work, it's unclear processes, it's inconsistent workflows. And here's a big one, which I know is so hard for a lot of us. I know it's hard for me, and I know it's hard for Veronica. It's lack of delegation. So, we talked about that. Time is money, right? And if you're not delegating tasks so you can be out there making more money, you're going to be leaking money. So, it's underutilized tools. You're constantly switching priorities and you're spending times on tasks that don't move business forward. So those things just become expensive. So do you ever feel like, oh, I'm constantly working on my business, but things feel harder than they should? I'm not earning the money that I should. Well, maybe it's not that you're not earning the money you should. You're just leaking money that you shouldn't. So it's really important to realize this doesn't need to become a rigid corporate process, but you need to have systems to simplify your services and offerings, create those repeatable workflows, identify the bottlenecks. You've all heard this from me at least twice now. And we want to create systems that reduce that constant reinvention and give you capacity to keep building business so that you're able to pay yourself. You are able to know if resources are being drained unnecessarily. You know what processes are creating friction, and you can make stronger decisions. You can protect your energy, you can protect your resources, and you can create a business that is equipped to grow sustainably. So that's getting operational empowerment, financial empowerment, and it's getting you time and energy. So you're not just working harder, you're building a smart business. So, my reflection question for all of you, and again, it's similar to the ones I've asked before: where in your business are you currently leaking time, energy, money, or operational capacity in ways that no longer support your growth? All right, think about that. And then, Veronica, I will let you close it out.
So let's close this out. Remember that this wasn't about money. This was about awareness. This was about discipline. This was about transformation. And you get that and much, much more. You have no idea that once you sit down in that quiet space and have the guidance and actually do your numbers and create the systems, your mind and your time, your energy is going to you're going to have time to create more and to build bigger. So thank you for joining us during these She Means Business Power Hour sessions. Remember to move with intention because you are no longer spending unconsciously. You are not living in survival mode. You are no longer winging your life. You are building. And remember, if you need help with mindset and habits and you need that structure and the system, Carrie Ann and I got you. This is why we built She Means Business. Stop winging it, plan it, and build a business and a lifestyle you love. This is your next level. This is your new standard. This is your new way of living. Let's build with structure and rise with strategy. Book your free consultation today. Adios.
Bye, everyone.